Hi everyone, this is Raven Many Voices, and today I'd like to talk about something very common. Something so common it's in your kitchen that you probably overlook all the time. What am I talking about? Salt. That's right, salt. Salt is amazing. It's something that our ancestors used and exchanged as money. It was so important to them. It helped preserve the meat, it helped to cleanse things, to cleanse wounds, and it was something that we used in ceremony. So, what can you do with salt, and how have you been overlooking this powerhouse of a tool in your kitchen? So, let's first talk about the different kinds of salt. And that's the cool thing because of our world commerce and us connected to sources of salt all around the world. And we got salt. Our ancients used to get salt water and actually dry it out, leaving it in large vessels to dry out with the sun to leave the crusty remain. And that salt then was collected and used in cooking, used in ceremony, and in healing. Salt can also be found in mines. So you have ground salt. So these salt areas, like a dried lake bed, or in the Himalayas, there's actually salt deposits within the mountains that they mine out. These are then ground up and made into salt blocks and salt crystals too. So be it harvested from the ocean or from mining or collected on a dry lake bed. Think of the salt flats in Utah. These different sources of salt are just amazing. They're found all around the world in different places. And again, every culture used salt in one form or another. So you have your choice of what kind of salt you want to use. I specifically love natural sea salt. Again, basic brand here you can find in most grocery stores. Good old Mort natural sea salt, collected naturally of the sea, made in the Bahamas, it says right here on the label. And again, it tastes good. You have those nutrients of the salt in there and used in just about everything because it's so readily easily assessed and you can get a hold of these. You can get a lot of it inexpensively and use it in all different kinds of things. You can also find some beautiful Hawaiian sea salt. This actually comes from Hawaii. I love this stuff. The salt crystals are a little bit bigger, so you can have it fine, real refined, or you can have it chunkier sea salt. This is beautiful for my cleansing bowls when cleansing stones or making my charcoal and sea salt mixture. We'll talk about that in just a second. And then with the Himalayan sea salt, good old Costco brand Himalayan sea salt, this stuff is amazing. You can grind it again on your food, but you can also take this apart and just get the salt crystals out of it. Or you can also order it in large bags. So this is actually a larger Himalayan pink sea salt. Again, this is a mined salt, has lots of different amino acids and nutrients in it besides just the salt, which is excellent. And you can get it in larger chunks. Again, you can mix for your altars or different places. So what can we do with salt? Salt, holy cow, so many different things you can do with salt. You can put it into a bowl and use it to cleanse. So we talked about in other videos different stones. And when you get these stones from stores, or if you've been using them for a lot of healing or a ceremony, they sometimes like to be cleansed. You can put those stones on top of a salt bath. So you can put a bowl with salt and put your crystals in there. Just be sure that if you have a crystal, especially if it's on a pendant or a necklace, be careful because the salt will erode the metal. So be careful with that. But most stones like to go into that salt to purify them. You could also mix salt with water and make a saltwater bath to spray it. You can spray that on your stones again, but you can also spray it in the air to help purify it like sage. That salt water works amazing. Salt for us, you can use it as a gargle to help with restoring the balance in your mouth, to help fight those cavities. You can use it for your body. That's why going into the ocean feels so good. Helps to relieve, to cleanse wounds, but also to relieve sore muscles and arthritis. Again, that salt water. They're finding that more pools, they're trying to get away from chlorine and go to a haline or a salt mixture pool that's more natural and easier on our bodies. and easier to maintain. So you can use it for your stones, you can use it for yourself. What else can we do with salt? We can also use salt to purify our rooms. I mentioned the spray, but you can also make a self-healing mixture. So you take your salt and charcoal. Charcoal you can find in a lot of different forms. One of my favorite forms for charcoal is actually aquarium charcoal. It comes in small granular pieces, and they use it in filters to keep like your Brita water filter, it keeps your fish tank clean. So you can go online or into any pet supply or pet store and find this granulated charcoal. You take charcoal and that granulated salt, like that sea salt mixture, big chunks, and you mix it together, half and half within a bowl. This combination, the charcoal actually absorbs toxins, but it absorbs energy right out of the air. And the salt actually heals it. So you have a absorber and a healer making a self-healing mixture. You can use this in your practice if you're a massage therapist or energy healer. You can make one of these small bowls or even a larger bowl and put it underneath your massage table, or put it in the corner where guests are coming in. So be that at a reception table out front where you're having patients come in, or if you're a hairstylist, if you're working with a lot of different clients, you can put this at your station. You can touch your combs to it to cleanse your combs, and touch your hands in it to cleanse yourself. You can put it in your home, in your entryway, or somewhere where people collect, like kitchen or your living room, again cleansing that area and that energy. And the only time you really need to change it is if it becomes really wet. If it's become mushy like water, it means it's absorbed so much energy that it actually couldn't heal itself. It became oversaturated. If this happens, then it's time for a house blessing or a clearing. It means that you have some pretty big negative energy in your area, and you may need to actually cleanse out and clear all that negative energy. The only other time that you would change it is if it got too dusty. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes we get dust bunnies and things in the bowl. So if that happens, you can either throw out the mixture and make a new mixture, or just clean off the top layer, refreshing it. This mixture can last easily over a year, if not more. And again, it's beautiful in the fact that it's continuously cleansing the area and healing it and healing itself. So a beautiful way to use salt and charcoal. And finally, with salt, we can also use it as protection. So after cleansing that house and getting out any negative energy that doesn't need to be in there, you can use salt and over your threshold. So you can put that underneath your welcome mat or along the frame of the door, with the intention that only love and light may enter in my house. This makes a ward or a doorway, not allowing negative energy to come into your house. This is a beautiful thing to do to get ready for the holidays with all of our guests that come over for those different feasts, parties, and gatherings. Put that protection and energy down. That way, if anybody's processing anything negative, it stays outside. You can also put the intention in there. Not only does it have to stay at the curb, but it has to leave with them or go back to source, so that it does not stay lingering around your property, house, or office. So I hope this gave you some ideas of what maybe you can do with salt, and really take your moment to thank this beautiful mixture of Mother Nature. Next time you're cooking with your salt, be sure that you actually take a moment and thank this salt, thank this mineral. Thank you so much for coming into my life to bless, to cleanse me. If you put that prayer into your salt, into your container, anytime you're cooking with it, you're putting that intention into your food, which will bless and cleanse all those that eat it. So blessings to you in your cooking, in your magic, or just celebrating the cleansing nature of salt. Blessings to you in all that you do, and may Spirit walk with you divinely. Love all to you. And if you'd like to find out more about me, check out Raven Mini Voices on Facebook and ravenmedium.com. Lots more information there and videos on YouTube. Blessings, everyone. And again, salt everything in a new way. Blessings.